The Last of the Mohicans is an epic historical drama that immerses viewers in the tumultuous landscape of 18th-century North America during the French and Indian War with breathtaking visuals, a hauntingly evocative score, and intense performances. The movie captivates audiences with its blend of action, romance, and historical intrigue. In the heart of 1757, a fierce conflict grips the American colonies as the French and British clash for control of the North American territories. The battleground is soaked in blood, where Indian tribes are forced to choose sides and innocent colonists find themselves caught in a deadly crossfire. Amidst the chaos, three extraordinary souls emerge: Chingachgook, the wise Mohican warrior, his valiant son Uncas, and Hawkeye, a white man adopted into their tribe. Together, they venture into the untamed frontier, only to encounter the beleaguered Cameron family. A desperate plea for military aid to protect their homes from the menacing Huron warriors propels Hawkeye and his companions on a treacherous journey to secure the aid of General Webb. In a world ablaze with conflict, the resilient Cora Munro and her delicate sister Alice venture along a shadowed forest trail, guarded by a stoic British garrison. Their destination, a fateful reunion with their father, Colonel Edmund Munro. The garrison's helm rests with the resolute Major Duncan Howard, Cora's intended, his devotion sealed by an engagement ring. Guided by the enigmatic native Magua, the journey unfolds, shrouded in an unsettling distance between him and Duncan. Whispers of dissent against the British echo in Magua's native tongue, a secret symphony of discontent. Without warning, Magua slips away from the party's core, disappearing like a shadow into the woods. Suddenly, chaos erupts as a tide of Huron warriors crashes upon them. Horses topple, and the sisters find refuge in the foliage, helplessly watching the once formidable British garrison fall. Emerging from the tumultuous fray, like spirits of the wilderness itself, Chingachgook, Uncas, and Hawkeye materialize. Their fierce prowess cuts through the chaos, leaving the Huron aggressors vanquished. Hawkeye's piercing gaze meets Cora's as he thwarts Magua's lethal intent, prompting the would-be assailants' retreat into the unforgiving woods. Amidst the aftermath, only Cora, Alice, and Duncan remain, their world forever altered by the swift currents of war. In the wake of the battle, as the echoes of violence subside, Hawkeye plies the remnants of the fallen for supplies, his reassuring presence a balm to the shaken survivors. With unwavering determination, he extends his hand of protection, pledging to guide them to the haven of Fort William Henry. Uncas, a silent sentinel, dispatches the remaining horses, a strategic sacrifice in the symphony of survival. Amid their journey, Duncan's curiosity sparks a candid exchange with Hawkeye, probing the unorthodox path the latter and his companions tread, one that defies the regimented norms of the militia. Hawkeye's independence reverberates as he stands firm, a lone wolf in the wilderness. Their footsteps lead them to the charred remnants of the Cameron farm, a haunting tableau of violence and devastation. Amid the wreckage, Hawkeye and Uncas decipher a chilling truth: a merciless war party has razed this homestead, leaving a trail of despair across the frontier. The land quivers with the anticipation of further bloodshed, as innocent settlers become unwitting prey. In the midst of this desolation, Cora witnesses Hawkeye's enigmatic response to the slain. His refusal to inter the fallen perplexes her, but within his resolute gaze lies a connection that transcends mere strangers. As night descends, the campfire becomes a stage for untold stories. Hawkeye's voice resonates, recounting his own past woven with pain and belonging, anchored in the embrace of the Mohican tribe. Yet dawn breaks with a relentless pursuit. The party's pursuit resonates like a primal rhythm, a drumbeat of impending conflict that swells with each step. As their destination draws near, the thunderous symphony of French cannon fire engulfs the horizon. The fortress of Fort William Henry, besieged and battered by the relentless tide of war. Silently infiltrating the fortress, they find themselves engulfed in the sanctuary of Fort William Henry. Reunited with their father, the Munro sisters' presence sparks astonishment, but a chilling revelation hangs in the air like an unspoken curse. Colonel Edmund Munro never beckoned for them. Magua's cunning ruse, an invisible web of deception, had ensnared them in a perilous game. Eyes brimming with gratitude, Munro extends his open hand to the trappers who brought his daughters back from the edge of danger. His gratitude takes tangible form, offering them the tools of survival: gunpowder and sustenance, threads of hope woven into the grim tapestry of war. In the shadowed chamber, Munro unveils a grim reality: where the walls are not just stone, but fragile barriers against a relentless foe. The French surge forward, relentlessly carving trenches that edge closer to the fortress, setting the stage for a devastating barrage. Time dwindles, a candle burning at both ends, with mere days separating them from the brink. Yet desperation creeps in as Monroe's pleas for aid fall on deaf ears. Couriers dispatched with supplications for reinforcements never returned. In one last desperate act, Monroe dispatches a final plea to General Webb at Fort Edward, casting his hopes upon the wings of fate. In the hushed haven of the infirmary, Cora's heart trembles as her gaze meets Hawkeye's. In the depths of their exchange, a revelation unfurls like a hidden bloom, an inexplicable connection that defies words. Love's tendrils take root, captivating her against the backdrop of turmoil and strife. Yet, as the shadows retreat, Duncan steps forth, weaving promises of a distant future. The allure of returning to England's embrace tempts Cora, but it's a veil that slips away, revealing his mendacity. Her conviction unfurls like a banner in the wind, rejecting his proposal on the grounds of morality. Lies shatter the illusion, and with steely resolve, she releases him from her embrace, acknowledging his virtues, yet withholding her admiration. In the arms of destiny, Cora's path intersects once more with Hawkeye's. Passion ignites, a confluence of hearts dancing to an ancient rhythm. In each other's arms, they find solace in a world unyielding to their desires, tracing whispered promises across their skin. As days stretch like shadows, the promise of reinforcements withers into emptiness. Amidst the echoes of despair, the truth surfaces. Hawkeye's unwavering devotion to his colonist comrades prompts a daring exodus from the beleaguered fortress. Chains of rebellion coil around him, and the gavel of sedition falls, condemning him to a sinister fate, a hangman's noose. Cora's fervent inquiry unveils the depths of Hawkeye's allegiance. Bound to the fortress, yes, but tethered to her heart. A fervent truth rises, defiant in the face of authority. Cora's voice is a clarion call, articulating her belief that the very nation that touts protection may sow seeds of suffering. A cascade of events unfolds. The fort falls, and Monroe's surrender is a bitter pill swallowed to preserve what remains of life. As the fortress's doors close, a new battleground beckons, a labyrinthine cave, concealed behind the veil of a waterfall. The deluge of destiny rages, drenching them in vulnerability. Uncas, Chingachgook, and Hawkeye leap into the abyss, sealing their pact in a torrent of devotion. Amidst the tumult, Magwa's shadow looms, a harbinger of doom. He snatches Monroe's heart in a brutal display, wielding it like a twisted emblem. Defiant spirits flee the fray, as Duncan and the sisters are ensnared in Magwa's merciless grasp. A chilling chapter unfolds, casting them into the abyss of a relentless conflict, where the promise of survival wanes like the waning light of dusk. Hawkeye's voice cuts through the tense air, bearing witness to the plight of the forsaken colonists beyond the fort's stone walls. Monroe's indifference, a bitter pill to swallow, echoes like a dissonant chord amidst the symphony of desperation. Even Duncan, whose loyalty is tethered to Cora, turns a blind eye to the horrors unveiled at the Cameron farm. Hawkeye's audacious proposal pierces the stillness, a daring suggestion that if the British's embrace is cold, the French might yet offer a haven. Taken as captives, they are brought to a Huron village, where Magwa confers with the sachem, an elder of the tribe, about their fate. Amidst the deliberations, a surprising interruption occurs. Hawkeye, unarmed and undeterred, enters the village. However, his peaceful approach is met with hostility, as Huron warriors beat him down. Despite the assault, Hawkeye maintains an aura of serenity. With Duncan serving as the intermediary, translating into French for Hawkeye, a desperate plea unfolds. Hawkeye beseeches the sachem to reconsider Magwa's intentions, revealing the ulterior motives driven by selfish desires rather than the betterment of the tribe. A tense exchange culminates in the sachem's verdict: Cora is condemned to the flames, a sacrifice to appease Magwa's anguish over his lost children. Duncan's fate is destined for a different path, a pawn dispatched to the British to ease tensions. Alice is shackled to Magwa, a sinister union to ensure the continuity of their bloodlines. Yet, Hawkeye's valor refuses to be quelled. A courageous stand leads to a plea that reverberates with sacrifice. Hawkeye implores Duncan to translate his willingness to take Cora's place, an offer to defy destiny's decree. But treachery unfurls its tendrils. Duncan's mistranslation shifts the course, sacrificing himself in Hawkeye's stead. As Magwa departs with Alice and Duncan, Hawkeye and Cora are left to navigate the shadows of the forest. Guided by an unbreakable bond, Hawkeye and Cora are reunited with Chingachgook and Uncas. A poignant farewell unfolds as Hawkeye aims with mercy, sparing Duncan further torment as flames consume him. Yet, the journey continues, as Uncas charges forward with unwavering determination, a lone warrior set on rescuing Alice from Magua's clutches. The clash of steel and determination ensues, but Magua's brutality prevails as Uncas falls victim to his blade, a gaze of apology exchanged with Alice before his life is extinguished. In the face of heart-wrenching loss, the depths of despair are plumbed. Cora's courage and resilience take center stage as she casts herself into the abyss, reuniting with Uncas in death. Chingachgook's fury ignites, a vengeful force charging forth to confront Magua. The final battle unfolds, a confrontation steeped in ancestral vengeance, as Chingachgook emerges victorious, avenging his fallen son. A ritual for Uncas commences, a bittersweet tribute to a life cut short. Amidst the sorrow, Chingachgook's voice carries like a lament, a eulogy to a land forever transformed. A final moment of connection blooms as Chingachgook imparts wisdom to Hawkeye, signaling a new era where the legacy of the Mohicans lives on through those like Hawkeye, Cora, and their future generations. A prayer to the spirits lingers in the air, a testament to enduring love and the resilience of the human spirit.